Hi, this is Jeff Goble, and this is your Shooter's Golf Tour Tip of the Week. Today I'd like to talk to you about pitching, and some of the things that we see with the best players is that they have great rhythm in their stroke. They don't try to force acceleration. They let some gravity and natural acceleration in the movement of their body control their distance. And just a key thing, I'm standing back behind the golf ball anticipating where I want this ball to land. Greens are not flat, so I should anticipate some kicking of the ball either forward or slowing it down if it's hitting into the slope. Ball might kick right or left. I want this thing to get as close as possible, and if I can see the hole, I'm thinking about rolling the ball in still. That's going to give my mishits a better opportunity to be close. So I'm anticipating the landing, where I want that ball to land and what the conditions are. That would, if it's wet, one day it's going to be different than if it's excessively dry. So I stand from behind the golf ball. As I walk in, I might take a practice stroke or two or three, uninterrupted and without much delay. You can see here that my stance is relatively narrow. My practice swing, I take some hinge, a full hinge motion going back and through, and then have a big pivot of my body working through. This is about a 30-yard shot. Now I step up to the golf ball, square up the club face, reset my feet, get comfortable. I'll look at the target, my landing spot, look back towards the golf ball, and then make my swing motion. Didn't feel comfortable, I'll give it a second look. So a big hinge of the motion of the arms and hands back without a lot of body movement. You'll see that my lower body hasn't really done much here. The weight's centered to slightly forward. The ball here is just slightly forward of center, but I've got a huge hinging of the wrist. This is what really dictates what is a pitch. A pitch is a shot, then I'll show you another one here in a second that's very close to the green, but a pitch shot is something that has excessive or full hinge. So that creates a steeper descent on the ball that imparts more spin, so the ball's not going to run away. You can see my right knee is working forward, as it does with my full swing and my chip shot. I have a lot of pivot. My arms are still extending through. And look at my chest rotate all the way and face the target. Okay? My right knee has worked well forward and the heel's up in the air. This is very similar to my full swing. My arms are still extending and much lower. See where the club is finishing? This is my backswing height. This is my through swing height. So it's still that high to low swing motion that we had with our chip shot. It's just bigger with that hinging motion back. Okay? So as we move through here, now you're going to see a greenside pitch that's on a down slope. I need to get this ball up in the air and land soft. I make a few swing motions. Let me run this in normal speed. Looking at my landing, I've got a full amount of hinge, but not a lot of arm swing. Okay, set up to the golf ball, look at my landing spot, look at the ball, hinge back, and pivot through. Very short, very limited movement because I'm not trying to hit this very far. Right, but as this goes back, let's take a look at that hinging motion. Even on this short little delicate shot, I need to create lift on that golf club. So here's almost a full amount of hinge right next to the green. Okay, and if we have deeper rough, that grass has really grown up around the ball, I might take that club up even higher. Really hinge it so I have a steeper angle of descent coming down. So if we want to land it softer, we take the club a little bit higher up with our hinge, and that's a pitching motion. Okay? Thank you. We'll see you next time.